The time is 5 o'clock on this Monday evening, August 20th, 2018. It is time now for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on this Monday evening, August 20th, 2018. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. It's 5 o'clock, and it is 73 degrees in North Massachusetts. Top stories on the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news is Trump accuses Miller's team of midterm meddling. As the president treats attacks, Melania Trump speaks out against cyberbullying. With inflation soaring, Venezuela price shed 5 zeros. Liberals question SCOTUS spending war. Whitten McFarlane part of big changes on Monday Night Football for ESPN. Kavanaugh memo reveals lewd questions for Clinton on Lewinsky. Women killed in an apparent alligator attack in South Carolina. Manafort during the third day deliberations. Accused Western and U.S. faces borderline torture according to Moscow. Victims welcome Pope's letter in Pennsylvania sex abuse report, but they want more than words. Separated enough in South Koreans meet for the first time in decades. British woman fell off the cruise ship in Croatia, traded water for 10 hours to stay alive. White House rejects Turkey's offer for pastor's release, going in a report. Former Seekonk priest body found in Texas. Police search for a suspect in Providence murder. Saudi Arabia is not coming to Tesla's rescue. PepsiCo breaks out the bubbly with $3.2 billion deal for SodaStream. Trump complains to donors about Fed's chairman and raising of interest rates. Great bailout crisis in 300 words. Looking at stocks now. Up 8 down for 37 points at 25,758.69. That's pre-profit up 6.92 at 2057.05. And Nasdaq up 4.68 at 7821.01. Look at the news from the wires. Advocates for South Korean victims, one of the most tragic massacres in the country's history, made a direct appeal to the left-wing party on Monday. EU threatens to find social media for terrorist content. Afghan forces freed nearly 150 people taken hostage by Taliban. WHO said measles cases in Europe surged to a record level. In a surprise move Monday, Austrian PM Malcolm Turnbull said he will back then from plans to reduce climate change goals set out in the nation's energy plan. Disgraced gymnastics Dr. Larry Nassar sent to another prison. Trump salutes immigration officers. Hurricane Lane is pointing to the week in track staff of wire. This week, but expected to generate rough rip currents. The majority of Americans favor efforts to improve relations between Russia over sanctions amid concern about Russian election interference, a new poll shows. Alright, news from the Sun Chronicle Foxborough for the first time ever. Foxborough's emergency responders are getting an inside look at trauma victims thanks to new ultrasound equipment that's going to be installed in the town emergency vehicles. Now on the latest on the former Seekonk priest whose body was found buried over to Texas. KRGV, a TV station in Texas, reported the FBI investigating the death of William M. Costello. 71 and that one person had been arrested. The report said that other arrests are expected. Costello had been Taunton tonight's temperature will be 59, today's high 74. His body was found over the weekend, buried in a shallow grave near a cemetery close to the town of Santa Monica, according to news reports. Costello was ordained with a priest in 1974 and named Chapel Knights journey in 1978, where was in it at St. John's in Edinburgh. 1985 was assigned parochial vicar at St. Mary's in Norton, where he served until 1990 when he was transferred to St. Evangeline in Mattapoisett. A time scale for the origin and evolution of all of the life on Earth. Chance of alien life, given massive boost as scientists reveal water likely on thousands of exoplanets. NASA's Parker Solar Probe is getting ready for its date with Venus. NASA might let SpaceX fuel rockets with astronauts on board. Iron lung keeping women alive for decades now, one of the last remaining in the U.S. Low carb diet linked to earlier that medical studies suggest. Don't flush those contact lenses expensive adds pollution in the ocean. And measles case hit Burgundy in Europe. Peter Chill News Time, 5:05 on this Monday evening seminar for a Sports Plus. The Red Sox will be taking on the Cleveland Indians. Game time, 7:10 p.m. at Fenway Park. Washington Redskins will sign Adrian Peterson. Alabama Crimson Tide, number 1 in preseason Associated Press top 25 poll. Football Outsiders, Tom Gore's answers to questions of... And Simon Biles becomes first woman to win 5 U.S. All-Around titles. Peter Chill News Time, 5:06 on this Monday evening seminar for Peter Chill. Traffic and trends to check. Baby! Let's study off on the MBTA where... Subway, it's looking good on the commuter rail. Looking good, and on the ferries, they are looking good. Alright. Looking at highways and byways of New England on this Alright. 95, southbound side. It's slow from 126 in Pawtucket to downtown Providence. 95, northbound side, so between Route 10 and Crescent to downtown Providence. 185, westbound side, so between Seacock to downtown Providence. 185, eastbound side, so between 95 down to the East Providence and downtown Providence. 146 on both ends back between 99 and Lincoln and on a 146A in North Smithfield. 295 on the southbound side, a little slow around the Rhode Island, Massachusetts border in Cumberland and North Frederick. 295 on the southbound side, a little slow to Route 6 in Johnson. 95 on the southbound side, also in Cosset in Rhode Island. 130 westbound side, a little slow around the Jamestown stretch, Jamestown, Newport, Mount Open, Sakana River Bridges off. Looking good. 185. It's looking good all the way from Seacock down to Wareham. Out of the Cape, Route 6 and 8 westbound side. So between Howard and the South Dennis and the Sporting Bridge on the southbound side. Also, but the Southbound Bridge is looking good. 20 on the northbound side. It's a little slow around the Borden Rotary. 495 on the southbound side. Stop and go between Route 1 and Rentsville down to Route 140 in Mansfield and Hippisk in between 24 to Raynham and 44 in Middleborough. 95 on the southbound side. Stop and go between 120 and Kent Town Radio. 295 in Attleboro. 24 southbound side also to 120 in Canton and Hippisk in between 27 and Brockton on Route 123 in Brockton. And hit the brakes on 24 7 on 495 in Raynham. 3 on the southbound side. So between the Braintree split down to Unit 3 and Braintree and Hippisk come out Route 139 in Marshfield, Massachusetts. Boston vicinity, 120 in southbound side, so between 135 and Union North at the Braintree split, 120 in southbound northbound side, so between 37 and Braintree all the way down to Route 28 in Randolph, Southern Expressway on the northbound side, so between Quincy all the way down to Dorchester, stop and go on the southeast expressway and southbound side between the Pike, down to Braintree split 93 in both ends and down to Boston backed up. Mass Pike, both ends are back between southbound and the Logan Airport, Mass Pike, both ends are backed up around the back bay stretch of Boston, and Mass Pike westbound side, it is so from Newton Corner all the way down to Natick and all the way up past 185 and westbound. 185 in the southbound side between Route 9 and westbound 9 and 135 in Hopkins. Mass Pike eastbound side, slow around the Newton Corner and the Hippick 93 both ends down to Boston are backed up. Mass Pike both ends are back between Lower Better down to South Boston. 70 Callan tunnels are slow go Route 1 at the northbound side, so between 93 and Boston and Charlestown. 93 at the northbound side, it is backed up between Somerville all the way down to Redden. 120 is on the northbound side, it is slow between Route 3 and Burlington all the way up to Linfield. 120 is southbound side. It is so between Denver's down to Linfield and Hit again between Route 2 and Waltham all the way to Route 20 and Weston. 3 to the northbound side, so between 62 and Burlington up to Bill Ricker. 495 of both ends is back between Route 3 and Charleston all the way to Route 93 up in Andover. And northbound side is backed up all the way down to 213 and Lawrence. 3 to the northbound side, so between 495 Lowell and then North Chelmsford. Route 2 westbound side, so between Route 111 and Harvard on Route 190 in Leominster, 290 on the westbound side. It is so between 190 in Worcester area, Route 122 in Worcester, and Mass Pike westbound side. It is so between 290 in Auburn and 91 on the northbound side. It's so between Holyoke down to Northampton, southbound side 91 slow around 57 in Agawam. 91 on the northbound side. It is so between 291 and Harper down and the Route 20 in Windsor and 84 and both ends are back between West Hartford and Hartford, Connecticut. 91, both ends are backed up south of 91 and south of 84 in Hartford, Connecticut. 91, southbound side, so between Berlin, Illinois and the Murder in Connecticut. 84, westbound side, so between Route 7 and Cheshire and the Route. 844, Route 84, eastbound side, so between Waterbury and the Prospect. 84, eastbound side, so between Denver and the Newtown, Connecticut. Red Parkway, westbound side, so between Hamden and the Orange, and then eastbound side is back between Greenwich and the Trumbull. 95, both ends back between Greenwich down to the Bridgeport, and southbound side, so between West Haven and the Milford and 95 southbound, and 95 south, so around the New Haven stretch, and 95 on the southbound side, so on the New London stretch, and up north, 93 southbound side, Lowell and 89 Concord, New Hampshire, and 89 on the southbound side, Lowell and Concord, New Hampshire, every turbo on the northbound side, Lowell and Merrimack, New Hampshire, 93 southbound side, Lowell to Route 101 up in Manchester, New Hampshire, Spalding turn back at the northbound side to line 202 up in Durham, Maine, up in Durham, New Hampshire. Main turn back at the northbound side, Lewiston, Maine, 295 on the southbound side it is. So between 302 all the way down to Congress Street in Portland, Maine, and main turn back at the northbound side, Lewiston 25 and the North Park in Portland, Maine, and Interstate, oh gosh, 87 and 89 on both ends, it's backed up around the U.S.-Canadian border in Vermont. And Interstate 87 on the southbound side, also around Route 11 and Champlain, Eric on Harbor 15 and 55 northbound side, so in southern Quebec head towards Montreal and Sherbrooke after the U.S.-Canadian border. Peter Chill New Song is 5:12 on this Monday evening 7:30 weather report. Picture perfect day in New England, and we're watching some patchy rain showers around Chatham, Massachusetts. That put me in nuisance, and rain showers off the outer Cape and the Islands. And up in northern New England, it is clear sailing ahead as we're looking at temperatures around the region with some wispy clouds in southeastern Massachusetts and Cape Downs and coastal Rhode Island and Connecticut. And we are looking at temperatures right now. It is 74 in Taunton, Massachusetts. It is in the 70s in southern New England. It is some 68 in Provincetown, 69 in Chatham, 68 in Nantucket. And it is in the 70s in northern New England, 52 degree reading in Mount Washington, New Hampshire. And it is 68 out of Rockland, Maine. Right now, North Massachusetts at 5:12. Temperature is 73 degrees, humidity is 72%, 2.63 degrees, but around 3 for 12 inches, and it's setting in Wednesdays at 4 miles an hour. So if you had any outdoor plans, picture perfect. It was perfect and expected to do on Tuesday, but Wednesday should be a different story. We're going to have some rain and temperatures and some humidity, but after that, we're back into the sunshine after we get through tomorrow. Alright, looking at the forecast goes like this. Tonight, temperature drizzle after 5 a.m. Waves of fog after 2 a.m. was mostly cloudy, but a low around 59 degrees. Northwest about 3 to 7 miles an hour for Tuesday. Patchy drizzle before 9 a.m. was a fog before 7 a.m. was mostly cloudy, about 74 degrees. Northwest about 6 miles an hour for Tuesday night. Check the shots of thunderstorms and shots and possibly a thunderstorm after 4 a.m. Thunderstorms through heavy rain. Patchy fog after midnight. Otherwise, 66 degrees. Light east wind chance ratio is 80%. The rain amounts less than 10 minutes. Possible thunderstorms for Wednesday. Showers and possibly a thunderstorm before 10 a.m. Then a chance of showers and thunderstorms between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Then showers likely possibly a thunderstorm after 2 p.m. Thunderstorms produce heavy rain. Patchy fog before 1 p.m. Henry 82 degrees. Then south about 7 miles an hour. Chance ratio is 80%. The rain amounts between quarter of an possible for Wednesday. Chance of showers and thunderstorms before 8 p.m. and partly clouds by 62 degrees. Northwest about 3 to 5 miles an hour, shift to the northwest, chest ratio 30%. For Thursday, most sunny, mostly crisp, about 78, about 56 degrees. For Friday, sunny and mostly crisp, about 82, about 59 degrees. Saturday, sunny and partly clouds, about 82, about 61 degrees. Sunday, most sunny and partly clouds, about 82, about 66 degrees. And for Monday, most sunny, about 87 degrees. And that's me for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on this Monday evening, August 20th, 2018. Peter, hope you have a good afternoon with a good evening with a good positive to us. See you at 11 o'clock from there. Hope you have a good afternoon and a good evening. 3 to 11.